Okay, we're live.
Okay. Good morning, guys. Saturday, 10 a.m. Another interesting week has passed, and another interesting week is already setting up again. But what we did, we got out a month end. So think about it. We had a pretty busy February, March, a wild April, and a pretty wild May. I don't think June's going to be any quieter. And even quieter is still going to be busy. Markets are moving, markets are setting up, but we still think the market's setting up traps. Okay, and we're starting to see some of these little symptoms. We had some news come out yesterday. Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan spoke comprehensively of his overall opinion in the market. As he was talking, the market just melted down. Okay. Doesn't mean he's right or wrong. It just shows how sensitive the market is to news. Then after the close, last night, maybe around 6 o'clock, the president increased tariffs on steel. Okay, so now, I don't know, I think it'll be bullish for American steel companies, but it also now the friction starting again with the tariffs, where it looks like it was resolved or delayed bullishly. Now the market can get bearish because it seems to be tit for tat. So now what do you do for next week? That's what we're looking at. We've been trying to trim our positions. We've been trying to stay in the ones we love, and I think it's going to hold up this way. We're getting some extensions in opportunities. The oil market. Look at the oil market. Right back down to 60 bucks. We think this is actually opportunity down here. So now it's getting down here, but oil is doing zero. We said this last week, leave oil alone. When it got down here, what did we do? We've seen things yesterday at the end of the day that made us short-term bullish. Now I read futures, and futures tell me a little bit of an edge the way I read spreads. Spreads are telling me when oil pulls back, it's getting bullish. Now you got OPEC coming out with news. They're saying how much they're going to increase production, so the market's going to read that impulsively or as news. And our opinion is you can't be impulsive and you can't be reactive. So the market may take this as reactive news and try lower. Now, if we see what we've seen on Friday, we think the oil market's going to hold and go higher. So what did we do this week? We added on. We started getting into our oil stocks again. We've traded oil stocks almost 2 years, and they've been working. But think of what we said. We're trading oil stocks. Okay. We don't invest. We're not holding them longer term. We don't think that's there. And oil's telling you that. So what do we do this week? Put our Valero position back on. Okay? And think about it. Valero's been good to us. We got it. If you go look at us, we're only a couple months old here. We've been trading Valero for a year and a half, 2 years. It's definitely been our most successful oil stock. We've taken 5, 6, 7 points out of this thing, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 times in the last 2 years. We just did it again. We were long Valero. We bought Valero down here. We sold it out, cashed in, and then waited. And now we waited to get right to this area. So what do we do with Valero? We bought it. We bought Valero right here and watch it go high. Watch it go higher. We have it on right now. That was one of them. So we think that one can go higher.
Write down the ticker.
Yes. Sorry about that. Okay. VLO, Valero. Next one. ConocoPhillips. Okay. COP. Another one. Got to a cheap area. Started putting that one back on. See the areas? So we like these areas when you get the fallouts. We trade around them. This one we bought it here, and then it went right to our target. We sold it out. So we grabbed it like in 88, 89, maybe 2 weeks ago. Got right to target, sold it out. Now we waited to come back down. See the trading part? The market lets you trade. Another one, ExxonMobil. We actually made a video about this one this week. Went right to the area too. Same thing, we waited. If you remember, we had ExxonMobil. We grabbed it down here, and it went right to our target. We literally, the team, we had a target area right here. That was our target. Look at it, went right to the target. Sold it out. We waited. Now we made a video. Right here is our spot to get right back in. So you see, the market gives you chances. And if we're holding here, and if oil holds, this one's going to go. ExxonMobil. XOM. Okay, those are the big name stocks. Metal stocks. Okay, we waited for a pullback this week in platinum. We think platinum is going to be one of the metals between now and the end of the year that's going to really go. And you can navigate around here. So what did we say last week? We were waiting to add on to platinum. And we got our chance yesterday. Okay, we have platinum on. Think about it. We got platinum on from down here. Watch them go here. That's fine. We went to a spot here that we could add on. Okay, now the difference in the group, if you're following late, then we're bullish up here just as much as we're bullish down here. But if you buy it here, you can be, now you're uncomfortable. If we have it on and we wait for a pullback to add on, we're not at least bit uncomfortable. But if you grabbed it this week up here and didn't wait, that's the difference. That's the difference, I think, in our group compared to others. We trade with patience. And if it kept going, fine, we have it on. We're not unhappy. But then if you don't have it on, you missed it. You know what? We have about 25 to 30 positions on. We must easily miss that same amount over a month, 2 month span. We miss the trades because things keep going. No problem. When you have a market like this that moves fast and you have a sea of opportunities, I have no problem. When we miss a trade, I don't even look at it no more. You got to get that in your mind. You can't, I wish I did this. Or you're never going to buy the lows. You're never going to sell the highs. You're never going to catch every trade. What you do is you focus on what you have on. We have a chat group. We talk all day. People throw out different, names. What do you think about this? If I have a strong opinion, I'll let you know. If I don't, I say this a lot. I focus on what we have on, not what we don't have on, because those are the opportunities. Remember, we're not an investing group. We're a trading group, and we're showing it by our performance. If you're an investing group, you're up for the year, you're doing okay. If you're up 10, 15%, you're doing well. If you're up 30%, you're having a monster year. We're up over 100%. Last year, we're up over 100%. Not because we're investors, we're traders. We look for opportunities. We may be buying orange juice one day. We may be buying ExxonMobil the next day. We may be selling a copper stock. We just look for the opportunities, things that I was taught. But now the markets are getting interesting because the market has had 2 wild months. April collapsed and bounced, and now we bounced and everybody's bullish. And I'm going to show you an example of what I'm thinking of right here, and I'm worried. This is the NASDAQ. Okay, think about the NASDAQ. Collapsed. Okay, we put out a monster opinion on Valentine's Day saying this was the top. Okay, that's fine. That don't mean anything. Okay, but then over here, when he came out with the news, with the president with the tariffs, look at what happened. Okay, everybody was caught long, and it happened so fast that by the time it got down here, people weren't buying. They were looking to protect what they had left. They were scared as could be. Then you get up here and people go, okay, the market's holding, looking good. Then you get up here and people go, wow, the market held. Then you get a snap up because people didn't get a chance, and now they're buying it. Think about it. They didn't buy it here because they were afraid. This is the emotional part of the market that we trade. So up here, we think the market got itself right back into the trap. So maybe we can go higher, but I just think the sensitive side is the downside. Now here, we thought the sensitive side was the downside because the market we thought was very long. Down here, we thought the market cleared itself out. The sensitive side was the upside. Now we're back in that scenario where up here, we think the sensitive side is the downside. A good example was yesterday. Okay, think about it. You had a little bit of someone's opinion. It's a respectable person, Jamie Dimon. He just gave an opinion. The market had a big downdraft in about a half an hour. So isn't that telling you what the sensitive side is? Keep that in mind. And you see the president is making announcements. He's getting judgments against him. Other countries are coming back and countering. So all of this is creating friction. I think friction creates the sensitive side down. What we do is we stick to commodities because commodities give us edges because they have stories. So oil, we think, has a story below $60. We've been bullish gold for 2 years. We've been bullish silver for 2 years. So we've been sticking on that plan. You can't spook us out of gold. Look at the gold market. You're not spooking me out. I still think. How many times gold had sell signals? Okay, here, down to here, here, down to here, here. And they weren't sell signals to us. They were sell signals. We like these because what it does, it gets people who aren't gold, haven't traded gold frequently and don't recognize things that I've seen for 5 decades. That this is a way to smoke you out, smoke you out, smoke you out. Meanwhile, we've been long the whole way and we have no intention of getting out. We still think gold is going. Now, gold is in the middle of nowhere. Look at gold right here. Let me clean this up and give you an idea. People having a gold opinion here. Oh, it's doing this, it's doing that. Okay, you know the way I just look for some technicals, which tells me what people are thinking. Okay, this tells me gold is doing nothing. What it's telling me is gold's going to have another big move, because as this cone gets smaller, and you see the cone go down to like this, then the next move you recognize it. There's 2 ways. You can recognize it as a failure, or you can recognize it as another allocation movement. We still think gold is going higher, so we grab gold stocks. Okay, but you see the way we look at things. I'm pretty sure because, I talk to people around the world, friends of mine in the hedge fund business, friends of mine in institutions, work at big firms, places I used to work. Okay, and everybody's the same way. They haven't seen this, so they're probing. I've seen this because I've been doing it for so long that there isn't a gold or silver move in the last 40, 45 years that I haven't seen. So I recognize things. So we try to take advantage. And it's been working. We're making our money in commodities.
All right, we got one question from Rita. Hey guys, can you talk about COP?
ConocoPhillips. Okay, that's what we just put. We put it back on. COP. Where are we? Right here. This is Conoco. Okay. Now, like I was saying before, we trade Conoco. This is when we want to trade. So we grabbed it. We made a clip about it. Well, maybe it was both. Right here when it got into this area, we said it could get up to our first target, which was right here. It did. We sold it out. Now it got into an area and we started buying it. We bought it last week. We're going to buy it again. These are the areas we want to see. So think Conoco could do this again. Now, fine, if you could buy something in 85 area, somewhere around here, gets up to 95 area, beautiful. What is wrong with that? This is what we've been doing for 2 years in these oil stocks. I think Conoco is another one right here. So we like it right here.
So wait a sec. Did you say your portfolio is up 100% for this year?
Yes. Yeah, we're up well over 100%. We're around one. You know what? Let's put it up. Want to put it up?
Let's go ahead.
Okay, this is up. This is us this year. Way to go.
Let's try to bring it up again.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. This is what we're up about 118 for the year, 118% for the year. Okay, this is year to date. This is just realized gains. The rest of the positions that are open gives you the difference. Okay, so we are up over 100%. The trades are here. You know what? If you want to look at the names, look at the name: Valero, Wheat, Valley, Platinum, Silver. Okay, you look at it: gold equities, oil equities. So all the same stuff. We're not making this up, and the trades are right here. Okay, there's no home runs. You can see these are all the P&Ls. When you see green, this is what you make. When you see red, that's what you lost. And if you do all the math on this, this is where we are for the year. Last year, we're up over 100% too. The opportunity is there. We don't think the investing opportunity is there. We think the trading opportunity is there. But if you see, we stick to kind of what I have a little bit of experiences, which is commodities and commodity-related equities. If you look around at gold, gasoline, cocoa, orange juice. Okay, that's futures. You don't have to do that, but we trade equities too. We try to trade in crypto, and we realize that crypto equities do not work. So we try, they don't work, we bail out, and we don't look at them. I got to think if you're trading crypto equities, that you aren't having a good year. Just my opinion. Because crypto equities, Bitcoin is the leader. Everything else is just following and lagging. So we avoided this. So you know what? There's two ways to perform in these markets. One is how to make money and how to avoid the losers, or how to know when not to give it back. We think crypto is one way that you're going to give it back. So we avoid those things. So the same way we would make in one, we don't give back in the other. See the name. So that's where we stand. So look at it. It's all here. This is all as transparent as you want. If you belong to the group, you will see. We all have the same P&Ls. We all got the same exposures that we want. Okay, all you're doing is looking over my shoulder. You may not want to buy platinum. You may not want to buy soybeans, but you may want to buy Alcoa. You may want to buy JetBlue. You may want to trade in Tesla. Okay, we don't trade the big names, but once in a while we see an opportunity. Think about it. We don't trade. We try to avoid Tesla. We traded Tesla a couple of times, and as you can see, okay, trade Tesla once, lost $600. Okay, that's our first Tesla trade, but the opportunities were popping up. I'm just going to use an example because we do trade big names once in a while. And let's find Tesla again. See Tesla again? It's coming up, I guess, right? Let me know when you see Tesla.
Not seen it yet.
Not seen it yet? Okay, we traded Tesla 3 times this year. Once we lost $600, and then we traded it 2 other times.
There's Tesla right there.
There's Tesla right there. That's a $600 loss. Okay, so it must be a little lower. Tesla again. Made $26,000. Traded Tesla again. Made $13,000. Okay, so this is 3 times we traded Tesla this year. This is what you want to do. We have no problem being wrong, but if you could be wrong and lose a few $100s, and you could be right, you can make thousands. These are the risk-reward opportunities. But we understand the stories behind them. There is no story behind a Tesla or a Google or an NVIDIA. You can read whatever you want. You're reading what everybody else is reading. So we avoid those. We use them as gauges. We stick to what we know. But we show you that once in a while we can trade some of the big names. We can trade options. We've traded options before. We sell some expensive calls because right now buying options is too expensive. So what do? We sell some covered calls when they're expensive. But what we also do, and that's up to me, is to find ones that are cheap. We just found one that was cheap a couple of weeks ago. We traded calls. You see them yet?
AWK.
AWK.
Yep.
So we found something that was cheap. We bought some calls in the middle of May. Paid $1 for them. 5 days later, 6 days later, we sold them. Tripled our money. So you found things that are cheap. That's up to me to find them. I don't think you're going to find too many things that were cheap. This was a needle in a haystack. But you can see, they're out there. There are trades on both sides of the option market. There are trades in the futures market. There are trades in commodities. These are all out there. Okay, so that's just the way, if you ask about the performance, I'm just showing you the way we find the nuances or the techniques that I was taught over the years.
We just have a question. How can we join?
Okay.
And then we have another question on platinum.
Okay, how can we join?
Hit this one here. Oh, you need the main website.
There you go.
Hey, you can hold this. I'll put in.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, guys. Okay, you join the group. It's very reasonable. You can join for a month, and you get all these edges to trade. Okay. I'm gonna give it back, and you don't. And this is us.
Yep, this is our website, www.rntr.trading. If you guys are interested in our trade alerts, our Discord, our webinars, and we have educational materials. This is our only website, so please do not fall for any copycats. We will not message you that we trade crypto. We'll not trade your money. We're simply just showing you our trades, and these are our plans for the year. So you have monthly, biannual, and yearly. Obviously, you get a discount if you choose yearly or biannual.
And this is what you get. This is our Discord chat. This is all day, okay? And this is what we like to see. Thumbs up, hearts, that means we're doing okay. Month end, we recognize times. Trade alerts, we tell you everything we're doing ahead of time, and then we do it. VLO, UNG, these are names we talk about. ConocoPhillips, you asked about ConocoPhillips, right? Boeing, JetBlue. Okay, so you see the things we look at? We have midday clips. We come out every day around between 11 and 12, tell you how we change our game plans because the market moves fast. We've been making a lot of money the last 2 months on reversals. So reversals mean we can recognize them. Hopefully we can recognize them. We have a Thursday webinar with Guy Adami from CNBC. He has been on fire for almost 2 years with macro views. We get his macro views. It's up to me to turn them into micro views. It's up to me to find the trading strategies. We look at his ideas. We see if they make sense and we agree with them. And then I find a way to take advantage of them. That's just looking over my shoulder. This is us all day, guys. We have questions all day. You can ask anything you want. We got a chat all day. You see the things that go on all day. Okay, but when we trade, good trade, the thumbs up, that's telling you how we did on the trade. Okay, this is what you want to see. This works, guys. We trade futures a lot. Okay, same thing. It's all here. It's all here. All day I'm telling you what's going on. Okay, I am on top of the markets. Okay, you don't have to be on top of the markets. I am. All you got to do is have your alerts on. If we trade or if we get involved, I give you a heads up. And then I'll say, okay, guys, we're looking at something. Then usually if everything lines up within the next minute to 5 minutes, we're gonna trade it. Also, we all trade the same. We trade as a team. Okay, everything is transparent as could be. We have a logbook, tells you everything, as you just seen. You can see our positions, you see what we do. We're very balanced. 1 or 2 stocks is not going to influence us. We have anywhere from 20 to 30 positions on. So a couple things move against us. It's not moving the needle. Okay, we have sectors, and that's what's working.
Okay, we have a question. Can I do it for 1 month and try it out?
Yes.
Yes, you can. You're not married to this, so if you want to cancel, you can choose to cancel.
Yeah, you get access to everything. Everything that we just talked to you about is here. We have boot camps, if you're looking at those. After you join, you may want to look at some of our boot camps because those are seen to be a hit. I show people the way, these are 5-6 hour courses. teach you how we look at the option market, how we read charts, how we manage money. Very different than what's out there. And if you haven't been with us, I'm sure you're going to be surprised. I didn't look at things this way. I looked at them this way.
We have another question. I know we only have like a minute left.
Okay.
What is the best way to play in the platinum trade?
We just did that. Okay, I'm going to show you right now. We have platinum on. Okay, we have platinum futures on. Okay. Okay, so we have platinum. We've liked platinum for a while. We've been saying over the last 6 months, we said platinum, there's a story in platinum building up. It's going to take 6 to 9 months. You know when we said that? We said that around the middle of last summer. It just happens to be around 9 months. Doesn't mean that no one's timing the market. But the thing is to recognize that this is something different. So we've been long platinum. We got platinum on from down here.
Oh, come on this side.
Okay. We got platinum on from here. We've seen it pop up. We're not selling anything. We just added on more platinum futures here. The way we've been long platinum equity-wise, and we've had it on all year, and we think there's more to it. SBSW, this is our way of being long platinum. Well, how cool is that? Okay, we're on here, we're on here, we're on here. It's up here. We haven't sold anything. We're looking for a pullback. If we get a deep pullback, we're going to add more. We think this is going to be one of those home run trades. Okay, so it's one that we're going to hold. This is the way we're trading platinum equity-wise. Pretty cool, right? Grab something here, watch it up here. Never sold one share yet. We think it's going higher. That's the way we take advantage of these.
All right, that should be it for today.
Okay, we'll see you guys next Saturday. Look at this, guys. If the markets are getting busy and you get uncomfortable, this is a good alternative. One thing I can tell you right now, and I'm speaking for the group, we have never been uncomfortable once since January because we understand what's going on. When things do happen, even if they're news flashes or something, we're prepared. That's our edge. So if you want to trade comfortable and you want to perform, this might be the right spot for you. I'll see you next Saturday.